which are all Class 1 felony murder charges. So the bias-motivated crime statute doesn't really come into play in this case because it doesn't elevate it beyond what we have as the very top-level charges. As to your question, though, about the federal involvement, I hope that answered your question.
So there was an Anderson Lee Aldrich involved in a bomb threat in the Morrison Ranch neighborhood in 2021. Do you know if this is the same individual, and could you spell the individual's full name?
So our investigators, our detectives are looking into the history of Mr. Aldrich at this point in time. However, I don't have that information with me. His full name is, let me find it in my notes here. Yeah, the question is, in essence, were there other investigations prior to this one with this individual? And yeah, his name is Anderson Lee Aldrich, Aldrich, a 22-year-old male. I don't.
So the question about prior potential incidents involving this same individual, there are certain protocol that we have to follow, and so when we can release information on that, we will. There's no further information that we can release as it relates to the prosecution investigation, as it relates to any prior cases of interest.
Was there a bouncer at the door of the nightclub, or was the suspect just able to walk in with a long gun?
The question was was there a bouncer at the door or some type of security at the door? That'll be part of the investigation.
And as far as the suspect is concerned, has there been anything alarming that you guys have seen on social media that would indicate why he would do something like this?
That was worded very similar to the motive for it, just was it posted on social media? And again, that'll be part of the investigation. Sir?
Lieutenant, can you just confirm me, all 18 injuries, they were shot? No one got trampled or anything of that nature?
We do have some injuries that were as a result of people fleeing. I don't know for sure that all 18 were shot.
Did I hear there were more injuries coming into the hospital even after those 18, so do you know what the numbers are?
We have had more walk-in to the hospitals. Right now, the number is 18. As we progress, and if those numbers change, we'll get those to you. Yes, sir. Sorry, the question was, are there alcohol or drugs involved with the suspect? That would be part of the investigation. Ma'am?
Are you able to provide any ages of the deceased?
Not at this time. As everybody has said, our very first priority is notifying the victims' families and the next of kin. Once that's done, the process in our state is that the El Paso County Coroner's Office will determine cause and manner of death, but we will get that information out as quickly and as reasonably as we can with respect to the family. You're fine. The question was how many shots were fired. That'll be part of the investigation. That would not be something that we would be at liberty to say at this point in time, but it is part of the investigation, is any statements that the suspect or any witnesses say. Yes, sir. I don't know, but that would, again, would be part of the investigation, ma'am. Part of the investigation. The question was, does the suspect have a high-capacity magazine? The prior question was anything said before entering the club? Again, all of that will be part of the investigation.
Chief Royal's numbers correct. I think there were 19 transported, but 18 survivors, which is why at least one died in the hospital. Can you clarify how many were pronounced at the scene and how many might have died in the hospital?
We have one that has died at a local hospital. How many at the scene is they're still processing? It's all of our initial numbers at this point.
Was this some sort of event happening either earlier in the
Your question is, was there a specific event at the club? I don't have that information. This club is not a problem. It is a safe haven for members of our community. So we are all shocked and saddened that this occurred here this last night.
Describe the event in 2021 at Worston Ranch, where this suspect possibly was involved. It seems like you all have had interactions with this man before.
So I believe DA Michael Allen already addressed any prior or past contact with law enforcement, and as I said, all of that's part of the investigation. Anything else specific to what we've shared today? So if you can please follow our Twitter account, we will be sending out the next time we're going to have updated information, and if that's going to be released through a press conference or through a news release. For everybody, I will also get you names and spellings of all the speakers that were here today. Thank you.
You're streaming live now from Fox, and that was the latest update from local authorities and officials in the Colorado Springs community. We heard from law enforcement as well as the mayor and the district attorney, all confirming that at least 5 people were injured and another 5 people killed and another 18 injured in a shooting at a LGBTQ+ nightclub called Club Q. Now, Colorado Springs police responded to the shooting around midnight local time. The incident occurred again at Club Q, which is a gay club on North Academy Boulevard. We are being told that the 22-year-old suspected gunman has been taken into custody and the investigation is in its early stages. Colorado Springs says that there are no ongoing threats, and when speaking about the club, saying that this club is a safe haven to members of our community. Now, we do have this statement coming from Club Q, saying that Club Q is devastated by the senseless attack on our community. Our prayers and thoughts are with the victims and their family and friends. We thank the quick reaction of heroic customers that subdued the gunman and ended this hate attack. Police just moments ago confirming that 2 club goers were able to witness what was going on and quickly cease what could have been even more of a tragedy. So it's a possibility that even more people could have been gunned down if it weren't for these two civilians who helped to subdue the attacker. All right, and again, 2 very important questions that were asked include, will this crime be considered a hate crime? And how many people were exactly in the club? Authorities responded by saying that these are still a part of the investigation that is ongoing, and make sure that you check their Twitter and social media platforms for any updates as it relates to those 2 questions. The FBI also playing a key role in this investigation, and you can bet that we will bring you all the latest developments as soon as we receive them here at Live Now from Fox. Let's go ahead and take a Live Now look from our XRAD weather radar, because many people in the state of New York are experiencing what is being called a historic snowstorm, just slamming western and northern New York this morning. Many people saying that it is something you have to see to believe. Snow totals surpassing 6 feet in some areas near Buffalo due to this lake effect snowstorm. It's producing winter weather again